Hi all, welcome to this Team of the Week 20 predictions. Definitely going to be a tricky Team of the Week to kind of nail some of the bigger shouts, but it might not be the strongest, but some alright second and third and fourth potentially sneaking in this week. So we can smash the links, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always, and let me know in the comments down below who you would like for a Team of the Week. So I start off with Neto with 5 saves and a clean sheet for Valencia. I've seen other people potentially looking at Parejo and other Valencia shouts, but for me Neto definitely a strong goalkeeping shout, the alternative being Donnarumma for 6 saves and a clean sheet. But I have personally felt the big goalkeeper of the week will be Neto for a second in form, and also because he's very popular in SBCs, with the Team of the Week SBCs for example. His price may stay around what it is, or it might even potentially go verging close to extinction. So as I say, keep your eyes peeled between Neto or Donnarumma being the marquee goalkeeper. Then Kimmich for 2 assists. Lewandowski obviously missed a penalty, but second in form looks suddenly inbound for Kimmich. Obviously he was a good shout for Player of the Month in December, but obviously not to be. TIF Lala is the most controversial one potentially in the week for 1 goal and a clean sheet. Obviously it was a late winner and he's had 3 informs already, so is a 4th inbound ready for TIF Lala 20 weeks into FIFA? My feeling is yes, I think he will get given the nod. I think due to the real lack of standout options, I think he will get given the nod, but do not be surprised if he does not make the cut. I think his defensive partner got a assist and also very good match rating as well, but Lala is my shout. Semedo 1 goal and a clean sheet for Barcelona, should be a given getting in. Alba also got an assist and a clean sheet, but Semedo for me, I think due to the lack of like 82, 83 rated cards that I'm kind of seeing at the moment, I think Semedo looks the shout. On to Lozano for a 3rd in form. He played left wing, funnily enough, in this game for PSV against Groningen, scoring 2 goals, and that should do enough to get him into this Team of the Week. And especially with the lack of standout options, a left wing Lozano may suddenly be interesting. Do people opt to put him into their squads, or will he just become a super sub? Carlos Eduardo got 2 goals in the Saudi League. They ran absolutely riot, Al Hilal winning 5-1. Jonathan Soriano also got 2 goals in the game, but he went off at half time. If he hadn't, then there was a good chance that he might have happened, especially if he'd got a 3rd for example, because strikers this week lacking in hat-tricks. But Carlos Eduardo for me looks like joining the discard inform club. If you've ever used him at all, when he seems to always get an inform, it's actually quite a nice little card. Damari Bay, 2nd in form, looks inbound for him. Hoffenheim player got 1 goal and an assist. Kramaric got 2 goals in the same game, but I have opted for Damari Bay. I feel he is just the stronger shout and could be the more appealing of the two. If you've ever used his base card, godly. If you've ever used his inform, that is just as tasty. The 2nd form actually might just be a nice card. Di Maria got 1 goal and an assist for PSG in their victory against Rennes, and I would probably say because Mbappe and Cavani have already got 1 and Draxler, it's going to be very difficult for them. Di Maria is the strongest shout. Poulsen got 2 goals for Red Bull Leipzig, and I think that should get him a 2nd in form. Others that you can consider is Halstenberg and Lamia, but I feel Poulsen is the shout for me. And in all honesty, a 2nd in form Poulsen actually could be very, very usable, and so do not be surprised to see him making the cut for Team of the Week 20. I know he had one fairly recently, but a 2nd in form wouldn't be a surprise. Benzema in form looked inbound for him as they won against Espanyol. 2 goals for him, should see him get in, and obviously with the UCL live card that's an 87, this would just go under it at an 86. Obviously the big thing to note with the card is the defence stat on the UCL live is like 20 plus or something, so it'll be interesting to see what they do for his stats. But Quagliarella onto him was 2 goals and 1 assist, should be a given, and a second inform inbound after being struggling to not get merited one, and an upgrade as well, so his card could be very nice. Benitez 7 saves, the guys always seems to be there or thereabouts, and is another one that's potentially got an upgrade inbound as well. Second inform for him could be a very tasty but also very usable Lagoon and Argentina card. Skubic, 1 goal, 1 assist and a clean sheet in the Turkish league. This dude's just part of this card inform club, and silvers this week very light for what I'm noticing, so for those that regularly go at me for putting too many silvers in, I've actually went very light. Muniz got a hat-trick of assists, this guy should get in. Not many others standing out, and in all honesty, when you think of hat-tricks, there's only 2 players this week that actually really did like a hat-trick, as it were. In Muniz's case was a hat-trick of assists, and another 2 players actually further on we mentioned have got a hat-trick of sorts as well. Glitch of Leeds got 2 goals for his team against Rotherham, with the lack of options really standing out. I feel he might merit one, and if doesn't, I'll be quite surprised really. Giano 2 goals for his team in Italy. Now, may not be the most appealing card, but the Serie A player with a nice boost on him suddenly makes him a little bit more usable, but even then it's not exactly a card that we'll be overly excited about, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a card that a lot of people get in their picks this week and just let rot in their club. Toornstra got 1 goal and 3 assists. Do not be surprised to see Berghuis potentially make the cut as well for 1 goal, 2 assists, or even Van Persie for 2 goals. Feyenoord done riot against Ajax 6-2. At least 1 inform from this game will happen. If 2 happens, I would not be surprised. I've only just went the 1 because I thought Vent and Guerrero, I was kind of struggling to see justification in removing one of them to put in Van Persie or Berghuis. But on to Akpom for 2 goals, 1 assist. Leo Jabba got 1 goal and 2 assists, but I feel Akpom is the strongest shout. I'd initially put Leo Jabba in because Akpom hadn't, when I marked up the scores. I think when I really looked over the game and it said 2 goals, 1 assist from him, I thought, well, that's a given. Vent got himself a goal and a clean sheet for Borussia Mönchengladbach as they keep their pressure on Dortmund, and if you've ever used this guy, an inform on him actually could make him pretty usable. Always has a nice little card. Guerrero, 1 goal, 1 assist. There is so many possibilities from Dortmund's case as they ran riot against Hanover. I've seen Witzel, I've seen Royce, I've seen Sancho, Hakimi, so it's going to be crazy. But 1 goal, 1 assist for Guerrero. Israel, 1 goal and a clean sheet for Torino as they beat Inter. He also got a very high match rating in Gazzetta, and I think the match rating from Gazzetta should kind of stand him in good stead. If you're ever getting a good match rating with them, that usually kind of makes me suggest that he's getting an inform. Chiesa, he also played very impressively, 2 goals in the 4-3 game for Fiorentina. Obviously Muriel's got an inform, but Chiesa is the one in the Fiorentina game that was the most impressive and stood out, and I would say Chiesa should merit the inform. And then Donnarumma, even though Brescia, how you pronounce it, was a 4-4 game against Spezia, Donnarumma got himself a hat-trick, a late goal to kind of steal his hat-trick, and I feel that is what might just do him enough to merit an inform, well, second inform even. And in all honesty, a second inform in the second tier, it's almost like can't remember his name from last year, was like that with Parma, and so do not be surprised if you see Donnarumma happen again. Other top possibles to consider is Hakimi for 1 goal, 1 assist, Stevie Malin for 1 goal, 1 assist, Ollie Shaw for 1 goal, 1 assist, Saul for 1 goal, Quincy Promes for 1 goal, 1 assist, Berghuis for 1 goal, 2 assists, Brandt for 1 goal, Harrison Reed for 1 goal, 1 assist, Grant for 2 goals, Soriano, as I said, for 2 goals, Kramaric for 2 goals, Denier for 1 goal and a clean sheet, Mariano for 1 assist and a clean sheet, Donnarumma for 6 saves and a clean sheet, and Brosinski for 1 goal and 1 assist. So definitely some really good shouts this week for Team of the Week 20. As I say, go and check out Kieran SFF for his predictions as well. Compare our respective predictions, because we do the predictions league, and it's a bit of fun as well. So hopefully you find this useful as always, folks. Remember to smash the likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter @GZod, and hit that notification bell. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.